After the arrival of the Mentor and the Operation Radiance, the Valley entered a calm period, a rare occurrence in the wasteland. While the dust is still settling and the new balance of power is not entirely clear, no one dares to take action. And when the big players are in turmoil, it's time for the lone warriors to appear. Together with the engineers, Seeker Ochre has been transmitting more and more coordinates of caches, storages, and laboratories of the Waterkvarn Corporation to the survivors for several months now. Everyone from peaceful wanderers to hardened mercenaries wants to take advantage of the opportunity and get their hands on unseen technology. The real treasure hunt season has begun. So survivors, ready to join the race in search of curiosities? You can't afford to wait while you're looking at a map of the area. Some daredevil has already cleaned out your destination long ago, and therefore, let's jump right in. Welcome to the Road to Singularity Update, which features a Battle Pass season, a new relic, reworked firearm damage mechanics, an updated vehicle building screen, and more. First things first. The new season of the Battle Pass includes 75 levels with rewards, many of which can only be described as a marvel of technology. Let's start with Epic Spider Legs Gerida. Yes, in this case, the technicians clearly took the word spider seriously. The appearance of this movement part and the way it functions can scare the enemy to shivers. And if they are still in the mood for a fight, these little ones with a maximum speed of 70 kilometers an hour won't leave them a chance. Next, the legendary engine Pegasus. This heavyweight is designed to be used with monstrous builds. Its perk reduces the penalty of movement parts to the vehicle's power, making it an excellent choice when combined with the most demanding of them. The main thing is to make enough space on the car to fit this big guy. And here comes a new mechanic. The legendary quad cannon Thyrsus joins the club of the most voracious weapons, where Kaiju and Avalanche are already expecting it. Consuming 11 units of energy, this weapon fires from each barrel one at a time in normal mode. But when you use the charge of its perk, it fires from 4 barrels at once. But what about the new mechanics, you ask? It lies in the method of gaining those charges. They begin to accumulate when your car is next to the wreck of a destroyed enemy. At the beginning of the battle, you will have a maximum amount of charges, but to get new ones, you will need to make holes in someone's car. Continuing the theme of armored car wrecks, let's also focus on the legendary cabin Kronos. At the first glance at it, you will definitely notice the familiar power nodes, and even the perk seems to be similar to the one of the cabin master. But this is where the similarities end. In this case, you have the ability to manually enable and disable the durability restoration for the attached parts. And unlike with the master cabin, nothing heats up here. Of course, such a useful feature cannot be available all the time. The perk charge will accumulate while your car is near the wreck of the destroyed enemy. Can you feel it? That's real vampirism. Of course, the list would be incomplete without something spicy. Legendary Circular Saw Charybdis will definitely please the fans of flying into unsuspecting enemies and cutting them in parts. Its unique feature makes this particular style of gameplay the most effective when you approach the enemy from the rear. The saw releases additional blades, noticeably increasing the area of contact with the target. You definitely can't get away from Charybdis. Well, unless Skyla fails, of course. So now let's talk about the new relic. Helicon resembles the already familiar Waltz, only with a correction for higher rarity. And what a correction this is! Each salvo carries 3 rockets, each with a unique effect. The first is armor piercing, the second is incendiary, and the third is explosive. I came, I saw, I conquered. Oh, I meant shot it, heated it, blew it up. And if that's not enough, take a look at the perk. The longer the projectiles are in flight, the higher their damage, impact impulse, and explosion radius become. Isn't it wonderful? Well, enough about the parts. It's time to discuss more fundamental changes. Many of you probably already know about the new firearm damage mechanic, and the participants of the public testing even managed to try it out. With the update, it will arrive on the main server as well. Let's briefly review what it is all about. Previously, any projectile couldn't go farther than 2 meters from the point of first impact. Now the weapons have a new indicator, penetration ability. The higher it is, the more the projectile can penetrate into the target structure, damaging more parts along the way. This will bring more variety into the vehicle building process and give us more flexibility in adjusting the parameters of the weapons when necessary. Finally, it will add more realism. Keep in mind that this change will not affect weapons with hit-scan mechanics, such as machine guns or shotguns. But we also increase the distance covered by their projectiles after impact from 2 meters to 3. Naturally, such large-scale innovations couldn't do without an equally large list of balance changes. We tweaked almost every weapon in the game, so you better take a look at the full list on the official website. In addition, we have updated the vehicle building screen. It's now more convenient and informative, which will certainly be appreciated by fans of spending hours adjusting their armored car in an effort to achieve the perfect result. By the way, it is now easier. We added unique perks for all the tracks in the game, and structural parts gain resistance to different types of damage. Now you have the ability to build even more specialized vehicles focused on your unique play style. Surely you can't wait to try it all out in action by now. Apart from what we just saw, the update brings lots of other new features and changes to the game. So, we're waiting for you in the wasteland.